Stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss this, but first you got to watch our intro. All right, everybody, you got to go to the intro before you see who we have live tonight. So, everybody, what's up, everybody? Welcome to 3 Men in the Basement. I'm your host, Otto, coming to you live and direct from the Grotto. And all the way from the corner of Connecticut, we have comic book artist, artist, illustrator, writer, comic book historian, my brother, Brett Swanson, POWERKID Comics. What's up, my man? How you doing?
What's up, Otto?
Good to see you today, man. Good to see you.
You too, my brother. You
all
too.
Right, so we got to pay some bills before we get started, before we
Absolutely.
find out what Brett has going on this weekend, and especially POWERKID Comics. You saw him at Terrificon with us. You've seen it at the Mystic Art Festival. You've seen him on 3 Men in the Basement. But you know what? Lenny and Mike would be mad if I didn't pay my bills and talk about Spinworks first. So got to pay some bills with our sponsors, Spinworks Comics. All right, there you go. So that is Spinworks
Nice
Comics.
ad, Everett. Those are some hot books.
Those are some heavy hitter books right there, right? You got a few
nice.
of those, right? You got a few of those.
I got a few of those.
That's right. That's right. Okay. So listen, so this is kind of fun because if you're not going to be at Rhode Island Comic Con, I want to tell you something about very unique that's going on this weekend. But if you are going to Rhode Island Comic Con, make sure you check out our friends at Captured Collectibles. Captured Collectibles will be there. They are your CGC facilitators. You want signatures? And let me tell you, Rhode Island's got lots of people to get signatures from. Make sure you find our good friends, Jason Irizarry and his team at Captured Collectibles. But enough of all the bills. We got to get into our special guest, the creator of POWERKID Comics himself, Brett Swanson. What is up, my man? Good to have you here.
What's up, my brother? What's up, everybody in comic land?
That's right. That's right. You've been very busy, right?
I have. Really busy. Yeah, it's been a really good year.
Good year, right? Post-COVID?
Yes. The demand of comics has been phenomenal, especially indie comics. Yeah,
that's right.
Really good.
Right. You know, the big three are having troubles right now. It's all about the indie guys.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Everybody wants original books, and it's good. It's good.
Right. So listen, so if you want original books and you want a good time, this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, am I correct by saying that, Brett? This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's correct.
At Mohegan Sun is the 35th annual New England Christmas Festival, correct?
That's correct.
All right. That
What this was, I guess it was originally in Boston. It was a big Christmas festival, and I didn't know what this was. But apparently, a lot of people go there and they buy like unique Christmas gifts.
yes.
So you can buy anything from jams to shoes to clothes to books to anything. I mean, it's just wild. So after Mystic, I got invited to do it, and people liked my books, they liked my artwork, and they wanted me to do this
Correct.
because
And
they
just
really want unique gifts.
yeah, especially at Mohegan Sun, right? Hey, more ways to spend money,
Absolutely,
right? More ways to
that's
spend money.
right.
All
That's
right.
right.
And so it's at the Expo Center. It's in the Expo
Yes,
Center. All right.
yes.
And
It starts Friday at 12 noon, and it goes all the way to Sunday till 5.
all right. And where can people find you? I'm going to put that in the description, but tell them
I
right
will
now.
be at booth 540.
540. All right.
Yes.
540. I'll put that at the end of the video just so you know. Brett's going to be there all weekend long.
Yep.
And what's unique about this is Brett will be selling his independent comic books that he was selling at Terrificon at the Mystic Art Festival, characters that we've learned to love through the years, that I've
Thank you.
read, that I think they're absolutely fantastic. And I'm a big promoter of Brett's artwork and the books that he does because, Brett, you are the writer, the illustrator, the colorist, right? You are
Yeah.
you.
I publish it, I self-promote it, I do everything.
All right, awesome, awesome.
Yes.
And it has been a real fun ride to watch you start with
Thank
one
you so
book,
much. Thank you.
which started at not number one, right? But this is an inside story. What number did we start with?
Well, I started at 316, and
Because who said so?
there's a little that well, there's a little of that too, because you know, growing up, we obviously were a huge Stone Cold fan. So
Right.
I wanted to do a book, but I wanted you to think the book's been around for a while. So I didn't really want to start with issue one. So I said, what's a good issue to start with? And of course, Stone Cold was big at that time.
Yep.
So it kind of just went hand in hand, and 316 was born.
That was it. That was it. All right. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you guys some of the books that you can purchase, some of the covers that you can look for. And while Brett is here, he's going to tell you a little bit about each book and what makes them unique. And I'm just going to chime in as a fanboy because you know I'm a big
Absolutely.
fanboy. And
Yep.
one of my favorite I'm a villain guy. I'm a villain guy. And
They're
this
the
movie,
best.
they're the
They're
best.
they're the best.
And this book right here, I think is fantastic. And Brett, why don't you tell some people a little bit about this villain and his sidekick and what else is in this book right here?
Oh, 324. Okay. That is a great book. It's one of my most popular books because of the doctor from the villain, Dr. Broccoli.
Yes.
People just have gone crazy over that guy. I keep bringing him back more and more in the books. In fact, I'm working on a new book now, issue 328, which will have him in it. His sidekick is Sprout, and it's
Sprout.
basically just about evil veggies that are trying to take over the world.
Correct.
And you know that whole adage where parents are trying to get their kids to eat veggies and stuff like that. So I thought it'd be really funny to make the bad guys veggies, where the kids, the only way to beat them is to eat them.
Correct. I love it.
So yeah, so at the end of each stories, I don't want to give too much away, but at a lot of the stories, like the veggies got bites out of them because the kids eat them and they get strong, and
Awesome.
so
Awesome.
it's been so popular that I keep bringing him back. So he'll be in the next issue, which will be available at the beginning of next year.
Awesome. Can't wait. Can't
Yeah,
wait.
and
All
that's a
right.
fun story. And also that book, I also have a backup story with Steel Dragon.
So is that the first
Steel
appearance of Steel Dragon?
that is not. That I believe is the
Oh,
second appearance of Steel Dragon. Yes.
interesting. Okay. All right. Well, we're
Yeah,
gonna talk
Steel
about
Dragon was another character I wanted to do, and I did a backup story in book number 2, which was actually technically book 317,
yes.
which was a story I just wanted to do because me, Everett, growing up, I
Yep.
always had these ideas for character.
Of course. Of course.
I just wanted to do all these books with characters and stuff like that. So in the back of my mind, I always had this idea for a character called Steel Dragon. So I did that, and then a couple issues passed, whatever, and then I came up with another idea. So that he's in that story as well.
Very, very
Yeah, it
cool.
was really, really fun.
Very cool. And then another
Yeah.
story that I like, and I think this is a really neat character. So you've got the Power Kid concept, but now you also have the US Mail and Little Max. Okay. The interplanetary adventures of US Mail.
Yes, yes, yes.
Little
Well, it's
background on
funny.
the
I'll
set.
give you a backstory on that. As for those that don't know, my day job, I'm a letter carrier for the post office, and I've been doing that for 29 years. So when I first started, way back in the early 90s, I came up with this character called U.S. Mail, and I always wanted to do a story with him. And I thought it'd be fun if he had a sidekick, you know, and they would do these wacky interplanetary adventures. So this actually precursed PowerKid,
Okay.
where I was having fun with that, and I did a couple strips here and there, so I threw them all together into a book.
Love it.
And
Love
it's
it.
really, really
Absolutely.
fun.
I
Yeah,
love this. Fun book, fun colors, great
it's
concept.
goofy, it's
Yep.
fun. Yeah, yeah.
Yep. I love it. I love it.
The
Then
aliens are crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's fun.
I love it. I love it. Only $5, right? $5.
Only $5. I
Only
mean, you
$5.
can't go wrong.
You can't go
You
wrong
can't
with
go
that.
wrong.
All right. But then
It's 24 pages of nonstop thrills. Come
I
on.
love it. I love it. I love it. Comic book adventures right here. Then you went into a character,
Absolutely.
which is really cool. And then you gave Steel Dragon his own book.
I
Right?
did. What happened was I had 2 stories already done, which were in the PowerKid book. So I did another story, which was brand new, and I threw it all together into a book for Steel Dragon because I've had a lot of people come up to me at shows saying, "Hey, I like the PowerKid, but I really like Steel Dragon too." So you know, he's kind of like a Batman kind of manga, kind of, you know, wacky character that
Yep.
you know, breathes like fire and stuff like that. So I was
Yeah, I
like,
love
all
it.
right. So I
Didn't we
kind of
at
threw
one
it
point
together.
didn't we
What's
actually
that?
at one point didn't we at one point have a theme song for Steel
We
Dragon? We
did.
did,
Your
but that never
oldest
got
son, when he
recorded.
was young,
Yes,
came up with
yes.
a theme song.
We had a
Yes.
theme song. That never got recorded. Maybe someday, hey, we can get that recorded.
You know, somewhere I have it written down.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? You never know. You
He,
never know.
your son, when he's like 3 or 4 years old, wrote down the lyrics, and it was
Yeah.
really, really funny.
We love
Yeah,
it. We love it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
then, now with your books, I thought, I love the way you do homages to very classic books, classic
Thank you.
books that we grew up to.
Yes.
And this is one of my favorites. And
Me too.
you know what? If you go up to, you know what, Brett, if they come up to you at the art show or at the craft show and they tell you what book this is, it'll be pretty impressive to find out what homage this is to.
I
Don't
would
tell
be
anybody.
I would be impressed. Yes.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah,
So this
that was
is
one of my favorite books when we were kids. You know, I'm a huge fan of the Fantastic Four. So that
yeah,
was one of the images that just stuck in my mind for years.
for
And
years and
so
years
when
and
I was
years and years.
starting to develop these stories, like I got a couple in my head still that I, you know, in the next couple books, I got some really good ones.
Sure.
You know, so yeah, that was one of my favorites. And the kid, the villain in this book, Kid X, is really a dynamite character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Some of your characters are great. Who do we have laying on the ground right? So who do we have defeated? Who's
Well,
that?
to your right, in the white and red with the star
Yep,
on his chest, that's Wild Card.
yep,
Power Kid is hanging right next to him,
yep,
obviously in his fist. The girl laying on the side of him is Purple Pixie,
yep.
and then hanging up in the air is Bionic.
Yes. Okay.
Bioninc or Boinick.
Yep. Love it.
Bionic.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Bionic, like I got it.
Bionic,
Look,
like
dude,
Nick,
you are a
but
play for words,
Bionic.
but you are a true thespian, my friend.
Bionic.
I can't
Yes,
believe I
yes.
just used the word thespian on this show. That's unbelievable. Okay.
I can't believe you use that for my books. Come on.
Yes, right. Absolutely. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So those are just some of the fun books that
And
you'll
that's
be
a
able
great,
to
great
find.
story. It's fun. I had so much fun with that book.
Yeah, no, it was great.
I
It was
love
a
it. I love
huge
it.
seller at Terrificon. It was a huge eye catcher.
Yes.
I'm sure it was like the same way at the Mystic Art Fest.
Yes. Yes.
Right. But something else that you also do, which I'm very impressed by, is you take your covers and you actually turn them into full-size paintings, right?
Yes. Yes. A
So
lot
we're
of
gonna
people don't know this. In addition to doing my cartoon work, I also paint. I do a
yeah,
lot of painting. So
sure.
I also do a lot of acrylic painting. So what you're going to see next is all done in acrylic paints.
Okay, awesome,
Yes.
awesome. So
Yes.
let's take a look at this one right here, and you can just I know they're all titled right here.
So in addition to cartooning and comic work, I do abstract paintings.
Yep,
So this is a 3 foot by 4 foot painting called Sunspot, and it's
gotcha,
all
gotcha,
done with
gotcha.
acrylic paints.
Right, okay, cool, cool, cool.
When I'm not doing cartooning, I like to experiment and just you know, do something different.
Yeah,
And I have a lot of fans of that style as well. I mean, I have a lot of fans of my comic work, but when I do shows, and a lot of people don't know this, but when I do my art shows, my real art shows, I have a lot of my paintings there too,
sure. And
and a lot of people like those. Yeah,
you'll
yeah.
have this one there too, also, of course,
I
very
will. Yes,
patriotic.
and I've been doing a lot of flags too. I've had a lot of people ask me to do flags, so obviously I have old glory there. Yep,
Yep, I
that's
love
like
that.
18 by 24, I believe, and it's all done with acrylic paints.
Nice. All right.
Yep.
Right here. Love this
Yes.
one.
Thank you. That's called red, green, blue, or RGB for short.
Love it.
And that's like a 2 by 3 feet painting. Yeah,
Nice,
I
nice,
had a lot
nice.
of fun with that. A lot of
Yep,
people like
yep.
it. They kind of look at that and they go, "Hey, that's kind of like 3D," you know?
Yes, exactly. It is. It is with all the movements and everything. It's
Exactly. Like if you look at it, you're like, "Whoa, that's kind of popping out."
yeah, it really is. It really is.
Yeah.
Love this one right here, Brett. What do we call this one?
Thank you. That's Riptide, I believe.
Riptide. That's exactly what I was gonna say. The red
Yeah,
sky at
it's kind of
night.
my like abstract beach kind of scene.
Yeah,
I
no,
was kind of looking to because I tend to do a lot of shapes and stuff like that, but I
mhm.
kind of want to do something more natural. So
Yep.
I kind of wanted to do like a beach scene. So I just kind of just threw that together. And I really think it works.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it. I love it. And then we
I
have
think
this
it's
one right
powerful.
here,
Yeah,
which
and
I
that's
remember.
called Division Point.
Yes. Okay. I
Division
love it.
Point. That's like a 2 by 3 feet. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That was one
Yeah.
of my earlier ones. I did that a few years ago, but I
Sure,
still
sure.
think it's very, very striking,
Very
very
striking, very
powerful.
sharp. And you know,
I'm always using colors and I'm using the shapes, so I'm always trying to make them counterbalance. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Right, right,
Yeah,
right. Absolutely.
yeah.
Way out of my league, man. I just like looking at pictures and stuff like that. So good stuff.
Practice, my brother.
Yeah,
Practice.
practice for sure, for sure. But what I also like to do is, and I do want to touch on this also. You've also taken your covers and turned them into paintings, correct?
That's correct.
All right.
Yes.
So let's take a look at this one right here. This is the Sentinel. Now,
Ah, yes.
this not only is a book, Brett. This is one of your books, but this is
Yes,
also a painting of your book, right? So can you
it
tell everybody
is.
about that?
Yes, as those that know who have been to my shows and know my characters and books, I do have a book called The Sentinel. Book two is long awaited. I'm working on it. Trust me, guys. Um, but I also do them in paint form. So that's like an 18 by 24, and that's all done with acrylics. You know, my homage to the old books that I grew up on, D70s, you know,
Sure.
just the dynamite stuff. You know, I'm a huge Kirby fan,
Right.
as all of you know. So I kind of tried to incorporate a little of that into my work.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then you
Yeah.
did a 6-piece run on this.
Yes. Well,
Talk
yes.
about
What I
this.
did was I did a comic strip. It was 6 pages, and that is technically page one, but it's kind of the cover. But the rest of the pages are in comic book format. So what I did was I painted the panels.
Yep.
So instead of doing them in ink and dyes like I normally would, I did them all in paint,
Gotcha.
which
Awesome,
took a
awesome.
long time. Look, let
Sure.
me tell you. Let me tell
Absolutely.
you.
This is fantastic. These are great for
That's
any
like
comic.
again, that's 18 by 24, and it's all done
Wow.
with acrylics.
All
Yeah.
right.
That is one of my favorites. In fact, I use that image for my business card.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So
Yeah.
what's different than Terrificon is you'll have more than a table, Brett. You'll actually have your entire tent set up. Is that what I
I
remember you
will.
saying?
They're allowing us to have our like a tent booths kind of thing. So it's not just a table. So what I'll do is, if for those of you who have never been to my shows, I do a lot of art shows where you have my tents and my walls up, and I have all my paintings hanging up. This time I'm allowed to have that. I probably won't have my tent, but I'm going to have my walls. And
Sure, sure.
I have these like giant black walls all around me, and I'm going to have
Yep.
all my paintings hanging up there, and then I'll have my table in front of me with all of my comics.
Fantastic. So listen,
Yeah.
if you're not
And
at
I'll
Rhode Island Comic Con and you want to go to Mohegan Sun and you want to go get some stuff for the wife, get some stuff for the kids, or just get out of here. I think my house just collapsed.
I kind of heard that too.
Yeah, so did I. I don't know what
I
that
think
is.
it's going to be awesome because not
Yep.
only will I have paintings and books, but I'm going to have prints, posters, cards, you name it. It's going to be awesome.
Awesome. All right.
And I think at this show, I'm not too familiar with any of the other people that are going to be there, but it sounds like a lot of people go there and do their Christmas shopping. So you're gonna probably find something for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And listen, let's
Yeah,
get some comics for the kids, man.
that's
Kids love
right.
comic books.
Originals too.
Yes,
Originals.
get some originals, get some artwork for your man cave. More
One of a
importantly,
kind.
please go check out if you plan on going, or if you watch this, if you need any information, please contact me on Instagram, Everett_Otto, or 3 Men in the Basement. You can find PowerKid Comics on Instagram as well. And all that information for everybody's socials will be at the end of this video. So
Yep.
stay tuned.
And you can also reach me at powerkidcomics.com.
Awesome. Fantastic. And you've got your website is up and running. Yes.
Yes, it is.
All updated.
All set to go.
All updated. Love it. Love it. Love it.
All
So
day, brother.
I love it. All right, guys. So remember, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, smash that notifications bell so you know when our videos are coming. Leave a comment below. Do you plan on going? Is this something you'd like to go? Do you want any more information about PowerKid Comics? And just keep subbing up and sharing all our videos. We are going to, this is where you need to look at the 35th annual New England Christmas Festival at Mohegan Sun, PowerKid Comics. Tell us what booth you're at one more time.
540, and it's this Friday through Sunday.
Absolutely. We're wrapping up. I'm Evernato. This is Brett Swanson, PowerKid Comics. Hey, kids, look
Thank you, guys.
comics. Right, Brett? Hey, kids, look comics.
Everybody loves comics.
Everybody loves comic books. So check it out. If you stop by the booth, say you saw them, say you saw us on 3 Minute Basement. We appreciate all the support. 21 minutes. It's a long time. Hope you guys can make it. I'm Evernato. That's Brett X. That was PowerKid Comics. We are 3 Minute Basement. We are out. Peace.